households, both alike in dignity, in fair Pomona where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventured and piteous overthrows do with their death bury their parents' strife. The fearful passage of their death-marked love, the which, if you with patient ears attend, which but their children's end not could remove, what here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend.
Let's see.
Hey!
Now, I'll tell you without asking the great rich Capulet, if you be not of the house of Montagues, it says, come forth and crush a cup of wine.
Online?
Aye.
Oh.
Ooh. At the same feast of Capulet shines all the admired beauties Pomona knows. Go thither with untainted eye, look upon some actual show. His beauty, his wife, daughter Juliet, the cousin Tybalt, fair assembly. What do we all know?
There's quarrel between our misters and us, there, men.
When pity tis to have been at odds so long.
'Tis not hard, I think, for men as we to keep the peace.
Soft, I shall go along. But if you leave me so, you do me wrong.
I'll go along, no such sight to be shown, but to rejoice in splendor of mine own.
'Tis known I am a pretty piece of flesh.
'Tis well thou art not fish, or thou flounder.
Hey, I will bite thee by the ear for that jest.
What shall we spoke of our excuse, or shall we log on without apology?
Marry, whoreson, thou shalt be loggerhead. We'll have no Cupid hoodwinked on a scarf, bearing painted bow and scaring the ladies. But let them measure us by what they will, and then we'll measure them a measure, then go.
Away, I'm not for this ambling.
Nay, gentle Romeo, we shall have you dance.
Not I, believe me. You have dancing shoes with nimble soles. I have a soul of lead. We mean well in going to this mask, but 'tis no wit to go.
And why, may I ask?
I dreamed a dream tonight.
And so did I.
Well, what was yours?
Oh, dreamers often lie.
Oh, in bed asleep while they do dream things true.
Oh, so I see the fairy queen Mav have been with you. A men's noses as they lie asleep, and in the state she gallops night by night through lovers' brains, and then, they dream of love. Or lawyer's fingers who straight dream on fees, or the lady's lips who straight on kisses dream. Like, sometimes she driveth over a soldier's neck, and then anon he dreams of drums in his ear, at which he starts and wakes, and being such frightened, he says a prayer or two, and then sleeps again. This is the same verb that placed the elf locks in the foul sluttish hairs, which once entangled is much misfortune there.
Oh, peace, Mercutio, peace. Thou talkst of nothing.
True. I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain, which they're begot by nothing more than vain fantasy. It's as thin a substance as the air, and as inconstant as the wind, who hence, being angered, puffs away from thence.
This wind you talk of, it blows us from ourselves. I have lost myself. I am not here. This is not Romeo. He's some otherwhere, and now we shall come too late, for my mind must give some consequence, yet hanging in the stars shall bitterly begin this fearful date with this night's revels. Let he that hath the steerage of my course direct my sail. On, lusty gentlemen.
Oh, We strike. Oh. Yes.
Oh, yes. Oh, welcome, gentlemen, ladies, my mistresses. Which of you all will now deny to dance? I have seen the day that I have one visor and could tell a whispering tale in a fair lady's ears, such as would please. Oh, footed girls, and you, knaves. Ah, sirrah, this unlooked-for sport comes well. How long is it now since last yourself and I were in a mask?
Here. Wait. What? Well, here comes two from the house of the Montagues.
Oh. Art thou moved?
A dog from the house of the Montagues moves me.
Oh. Art thou moved to run away?
Well, a dog in that house moves me to stand.
Oh. Well, that proves you a weak knave.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
I do bite my thumb, sir.
No. Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
Oh, no, sir. I do not bite my thumb at you, sir, but I do bite my thumb, sir.
Oh, do you quarrel, sir? Huh?
Oh, quarrel, sir. No, sir.
Quarrel, I will back thee.
Hey.
What? I will back thee. How? Turn thy back and run?
Sir, I am for you. I serve as good a man as you.
Oh, no better, huh?
Well, sir.
What, aren't you drawn among these heartless hinds?
I do but keep the peace. Either put up or manage to part with me.
What? Peace? Oh, peace. I hate the word. As I hate hell, all Montagues,
Oh.
and thee, coward.
Down with the Capulets, down with the Montagues! Rebellious subjects, enemies to peace, will you not hear? You men, you beasts that quench the fire of this pretentious rage, throw your mistempers to the ground and stop this airy brawl that is bred from an airy word. My partisan Montague and Cap turn off.
What noise is this?
This, by his voice, shall be a Montague. Huh? What dares this knave come hither, covered with an antic face, to fleer and scorn at our solemnity?
Why, how now, kinsman? Wherefore storm you so?
Uncle, this is a Montague, our foe, a villain that come hither in spite to scorn at our solemnity this night.
Young Romeo, is it?
Yes, is he that villain, Romeo?
Content thee, gentle coz, let him alone. And to say truth, Pomona brags of him to be a virtuous and well-governed youth. I would not here do him disparagement. Therefore, be patient. Take no note of him. It is my will, which if thou respects, put off these frowns.
Well, it fits. When such a villain is a guest, I'll not endure him.
He shall be endured. I say he shall. Am I the lord here, or are you? You'll not endure him? You'll make a mutiny amongst my guests.
Why, uncle, 'tis a shame.
You are a saucy boy. Oh, this may chance to scathe you. I know what. Be quiet!
I will withdraw. But this intrusion shall now, seeming sweet, soon convert to bitter gall.
Whoa. There were the servants of your adversary, the fiery Tybalt. as he breathed defiance to my ears and then cut the wind in scorn.
Black and portentous must this humor prove, unless good counsel may the cause remove.
Oh, what new sadness now lengthens Romeo's hours.
Not having that which having makes them short.
What? Love? Ugh.
Alas, that love whose view is muffled still should without eyes see pathways to his will. I've heard it all. There's much to do with love, but more with hate. Why then, oh brawling love, oh loving hate, oh anything of nothing first create? Feather of lead, bright smoke, cold fire, still waking sleep. That is not what this is. This love feel I, that feel no love in this. Dost thou not laugh?
No, because I'd rather cry.
Good-hearted what?
At thy good heart's oppression.
Oh, then teach me how I should forget to think.
By giving liberty into thine eyes, examine other beauties.
'Tis the way. These happy masks could kiss fair ladies' brows, and put in mind the cost the blind forget, the precious treasure of eyesight lost. If I may profane my unworthiest hand, this holy shrine, the gentle fineness this, my lips, two blushing pilgrims ready stand to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hands too much, which mannerly devotion shows amiss. For saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm is holy palmer's kiss.
Well, have not saint lips and holy palmers too?
Aye, pilgrim, lips that they must use in prayer.
Oh, then, dear saint, let lips do what hands do. They pray. Grant thou, lest faith turn to despair.
Saints do not move, though grant prayer's sake.
Then move not, while my prayer's effect I take. Thus, from my lips, by yours, my sin is purged.
Then have my lips the sin that they have took.
Sin from thy lips? Oh, just best, sweetly urged.
Ah, sirrah, it wax by my fay, it waxes late. Nay, gentlemen, prepare not to be gone. Go, girls, seek happy nights to happy days. Make haste with music straight, and party on.
Tell me fresh, Mercutio, what lady was that which doth enrich yonder knight?
I know not, sir.
No. She doth teach the torches to burn bright, like a rich jewel in an Ethiop's ear, beauty too rich for use, for earth too dear. Did my heart love till now? Forswear its sight, for I ne'er saw true beauty till this night.
You're a lover? Borrow Cupid's wings and soar with them above a higher ground.
Oh, I am too sore pierced for this arrow to soar with his light feathers, and so bound I cannot bound a pitch above dull woe. Under love's heavy burden do I sink.
The second it should you burden love, and it's too great a pressure for it's a tender thing. It's tender.
Is love a tender thing? I mean, it's too rough, too rude, too boisterous, and it pricks like thorn. Ugh.
If love be rough with you, be rough with love. Prick love for pricking, and you beat love down.
Tickle the senseless rushes and be gone. The game was ne'er so fair, and I am done.
Oh, of this to reverence love in which you stick it up to the ears. Come, we burn daylight. Ho!
Nay, that's not so.
I mean, sir, that by delay we waste our light like lamps by day.
Is she a Capulet? Oh, dear, account my life as my foe's debt.
Romeo! Madman! Passion! Yorke! Lover, speak but one verse, and I'm satisfied. Cry, but me, pronounce beloved. And speak to my gossip penis one fair word by her fine foot, her straight leg, and her curved thigh.
Dare I?
Oh, Romeo. Now, shall you hide under her peach tree and wish the mistress bore the kind of fruit that maids call meddlers as they laugh alone, and that she, for you, Romeo, would open her federally. My invocation is fair and honest, and by her name I conjure, but to raise you up. So, be gone. The sport is at its best.
Aye, the more is my unrest, but can I go forward when my heart is here?
Romeo. Disappear.
No? My grave is like to be my wedding bed.
His name is Romeo and Montague, the only son of your great enemy.
My only love sprung from my only hate. Too early, seen unknown, and known too late. Prodigious birth of love it is to me that I must love a loathed enemy. Anon, I must go out.
But soft. What light 3 under window breaks?
Romeo!
It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. It is my lady. Oh, it is my love. Now that I work upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
Hi, me.
I'll speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night as is a winged messenger of heaven unto the white, upturned, wandering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze, when she bestrides the lazy pacing clouds and sails upon the bosom of the air.
Oh, Romeo! Romeo! Oh, wherefore art thou, Romeo? My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of that tongue's utterance, yet art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair saint, if either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore, considering who thou art and certain death, if you or any of my kinsmen discover.
With love's light wings that I o'erperch, and what love can do that dares love attempt. Therefore thy kinsmen are no threat to me.
They will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in thine eye than 20 of them. Look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity.
I would not for the world that they get word.
My life were better ended by their hate than death prorogued wanting of thy love.
'Tis but thy name that is thy enemy. Thou art thyself, and though not a Montague. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. Romeo, doff thy name, retain that dear perfection, and for that name which is no part of thee, take all of myself.
I take thee at thy word. My name is hateful to myself because it is an enemy to thee. Call me but Love, and I'll be newly baptized, and henceforth I never will be Romeo.
Fain, but I dwell on form, fain deny what I have spoke. But dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will believe thee. Yet if thou swear it, thou may prove false. Oh, gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. Or if thou thinkest that I am too quickly born, I'll frown and be perverse and say thee nay. So thou wilt woo, but else none for the world. In truth, fair former Montague, I am too fond, and therefore thou mayest think is my behavioural light. But trust me, gentlemen, I will prove more true than those that are more cunning. Will swear my true love's passion. Therefore pardon me, and not impute this yielding to light love. which the dark night hath discovered.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon I swear.
Oh, do not swear by the moon, the inconstant moon that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Well, do not swear at all. Or, if thou wilt swear, swear by thy gracious self, and she's the god of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee.
If my heart's dear love...
Well, do not swear. Although I joy in thee, I have no joy in this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden. One can say it lightens. Oh, sweet good night. This bud of love by summer's ripening breath may prove a beauteous flower when next we meet. Good night, a sweet repose and rest. Come to thy heart as that within thy breast.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
I gave thee mine before thou didst propose it. Thou dost had me at what ho, and yet it would I were to give again.
Wouldst thou withdraw it for what purpose, love?
But to be frank and give it thee again, and yet I wish for the thing that I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love as deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite. Dear Romeo, if thy love be honourable, thy proposed marriage, then thou wilt perform the rite, and all of the fortunes at the foot I'll lay.
So thrives my soul.
Sweet Montague, be true. Stay but a little more.
Hence will I to my holy father call, his help to crave, and our dear tale to tell.
I will not fail, 'tis 20 years till then. Have I forgot why I did hold thee back?
Let me linger here till thou remember it.
Oh, I shall forget to have thee still here, remembering how I love thy company.
Thou still stay to have thee still forgetting any other hum but this.
'Tis almost morning, I would have thee gone, yet no further than a wanton's bird.
I would I were thy bird.
Yet I should kill thee with much cherishing.
Bird, fly away. Sleep then, dwell upon thine eyes, and peace in thy breast. Would I were sleep in peace, so sweet to rest.
Good night, good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow that I shall say good night till it be morrow. No, you hang up.
Oh, no, you hang up.
Okay.
Good morrow, father.
Benedicity! What early tongue so sweet saluteth me? Get this thing on. That it? No. Yeah. Young son. It argues a distempered head so soon to bid good morrow to thy bed. Thy earliness doth me assure thou art uproused by some distemperature. Mickle is the powerful grace that lies in herb, plants, stones, and natural qualities, nor aught so good, but spring from that fair use, but hopes from true birth, stumbling on abuse. Unbut the sum, and yet all different, many for many virtues excellent. Must I fill this austere cage of ours with baleful weed and precious juice flowers? Or, if not so, then here I hit it right. Our Romeo hath not been in bed tonight.
The last is true. The sweeter rest was mine.
That's my good son, but where hast thou been?
I'll tell thee ere thou askest me again. I've been feasting with mine enemy, where on a sudden one hath wounded me. That's by me wounded. But Both are remedies in thy help and holy physical eyes. I bear no hatred, blessed man, for lo, my intercession likewise steads my foe.
Be plain, good son, and homely in thy drift. Riddling confession finds but riddling shrift.
Then plainly know that my dear heart is set on the fair daughter of rich Capulet, as mine on hers, so hers is set on mine. And all combined, save what thou must combine by holy marriage. But this I pray that thou consent to marry us today.
Holy Saint Francis, what a change is here. Yes, Supery, what a deal of brine hath washed thy sallow cheeks o'er time. How much salt water thrown away in waste to season love that of it doth not taste.
I pray thee, chide not, for she whom I love now doth grace for grace, and love for love allow.
But come, young waverer, come with me. In one respect, I will thy assistant be, for this alliance may so happy prove to turn your household's rancor into pure lube.
Oh, let us hence, I stand on sudden haste.
Sir, I desire some confidence with you. Now, for God, every part about me quivers. Pray you, sir, a word from a young lady bade me inquire you out. What she bade me to say I will keep to myself. But first, let me tell ye, if ye should lead her into a fool's paradise, as they say, it were a very gross kind of behavior, as they say. For the gentlewoman is young, and therefore if you should deal double with her, truly it were an ill thing to be offered to any gentlewoman, and a very weak dealing.
Then commend me to thy lady.
Well, my mistress is the sweetest lady. But oh, there is a nobleman in town, one Paris, who would fain lay knife aboard. But he, good soul, see him as a leaf see a toad, a very toad as see him. I anger her sometimes because I tell her that Paris is the proper man. But I'll warrant you, when I say so, she looks as pale as any clout in the versa world.
What wilt thou tell her? Dost thou not mark me?
I will tell her, sir, which as I take it is a gentlemanlike offer.
Tell her I have called to Friar Lawrence's cell and that we are to be wed today.
This afternoon, sir? Oh, well, she shall be glad of that.
Say this and stay this, good man. Betwixt us, within this hour my holy man shall be to the high top gallant of my joy, and must be my convoy in this wronged right.
Oh, God in heaven bless thee. Hark you, sir. Is your priest secret? Did you near hear say two may keep counsel, putting one away?
I warrant thee, he is as true as steel.
Oh, good heart and in faith, I will tell her as much.
Then commend me to thy lady.
Oh, Lord, she shall be a joyful woman. Oh, why a good friend am I? What have I done?
What news? Oh, Lord, why lookest thou sad? If news be sad, tell it merrily. If good, thou shamest the music of sweet news by telling it to me with such sour a face.
I am weary. Give me leave a while. Fie, how my bones ache.
I would thou hadst my bones, and I thy news. Nay, come, I pray thee, speak.
Jesu, what haste! Can you not stay a while? Can you not see that I am out of breath?
How is thou out of breath when thou hast breath to tell me that thou is out of breath? The excuse that thou dost make in this delay is longer than the excuse that thou dost make. Is the news good or bad? Answer to that. Say either, and I'll stay the circumstance. Let me be satisfied. Is it good or bad?
Well, you have made a simple choice. You know not how to choose a man. Romeo, no, not he. Though his face be better than any man's, and a body past compare. It's not the flower of courtesy, but I'll warrant him as gentle as a lamb.
No, all this I did know before. What says he about marriage? What of that?
Lord, oh, how my head aches. What a head have I? It beats as if it would fall into 20 pieces. Shoo your heart for sending me about.
Oh, she is lame. Love's herald should be on one's thoughts, which 10 times glides faster than the sun's beams. Yet, Faith, I am sorry that thou art not well. Sweet, sweet, sweet nurse, tell me, what says my love?
Nay, I do bear a brain. 'Twas no need, I trow, to bid me trudge. Your love says, like an honest gentleman, and courteous, and kind, and handsome, and I warn a virtuous... Where's your mother?
Where is my mother? Where should she be? How oddly thou repliest. Your love says, like an honest gentleman. Where is your mother?
God in heaven's lady dear, are you so hot? Thou wast the prettiest babe. Henceforward, do your messages yourself.
Here's such a coil. Come, what says Romeo?
I am the drudge and toil in your delight. You shall bear the burden soon at night. Hie you hence to Friar Lawrence's cell, or there stays a husband to make you a wife. Oh, there's the wanton blood up in your cheeks. They'll be in scarlet straight at any news. Hie you to church, hie you to the cell.
Hie to high fortunes, but for thy lady's sake, will you rise and stand?
Oh, 'tis my fondest wish, and I see thee married grand.
Good even to my holy confessor.
Romeo shall thank thee for us both.
As much else as thanks too much.
Ah, Juliet, if the measure of thy joy be heaped like mine, and that thy skill be more to blazon it, then let rich music's tongue unfold the imagined happiness that both receive in either by this dear encounter.
My true love is going to step his breath. I cannot sum up some of half my wealth.
But come with me, and we shall make short work. For by your leaves, you two shall not be alone till Holy Church incorporate 2 in 1. The heavens so smile upon this holy act, that after hours with sorrow chide us not. These violent delights have violent ends, and in their triumphs die like fire and powder, which as they kiss consume. The sweetest honey is loathsome in its own deliciousness, and in the taste confounds the appetite. Therefore, love moderately. Long love doth so. Too swift arrives as tardy as too slow. Oh, so light of foot will ne'er wear out the everlasting flint. A lover may bestride the gossamer that idles in the wanton summer air, and yet not fall. So light is vanity. Amen.
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 Amen? Amen. But come what sorrow can, it cannot countervail the exchange of joy that one short minute gives me in her sight. Do thou but close our hands with holy words, and love-devouring death do what he dare. It is enough that I may but call her wife.
And I will follow thee, my lord, throughout the land.
Oh, now isn't this better than groaning for love? Now art thou sociable. Now art thou Romeo. Now thou art what thou art, by also, by nature.
Oh, by my head, here come the other Capulet.
Oh, by my heel, I care not.
Gentlemen, good den. Word with one of you.
But one word with one of us? Couple it with something. Make it 2.
I'm apt enough to that, sir. You will give me the occasion.
Can you not give occasion without taking?
Mercutio,
What?
thou consortest with Romeo? What's up?
Oh, consort. Dost thou make us minstrels? Then prepare to hear nothing but discords. This is my fiddlestick, and this shall make you dance. Zounds. Consort.
Peace be with you, sir. Romeo's my man.
Oh, I be slain, sir. It be for your library.
Romeo. The hate I bear thee can afford no better term than this. Thou art a villain.
We talk here in the public haunt, either withdrawn to some private place and reason coldly of your grievances, or else depart. Here all eyes gaze on us.
Men's eyes were made to look. Let them gaze. I will not budge for no man's pleasure.
Tybalt, the reason I have to love thee much doth excuse the appertaining rage to such a greeting. Villain I am none, therefore farewell. I see thou knowest me not.
No! Boy, this shall not excuse the injuries that thou hast done me.
I do protest. I never injured thee, but love thee better than thou canst devise, till thou shalt know the reason of my love. And so, good Capulet, which name I tender dearly as my own, be satisfied.
Oh, calm.
Huh?
Dishonorable. Vile submission. Tybalt, rat catcher. Take a walk.
Oh, well, what wouldst thou have with me? Huh?
Oh, just one of your 9 lives, and the rest of the 8.
Oh, then come on.
Come on.
Okay. Then I am here for you.
Gentlemen, for shame, forbear this outrage.
Come on.
Mercutio! The prince had expressly forbidden bandying Pomona streets. Hold Tybalt! Mercutio!
I'm hurt. I'm plagued. I'm plagued on both your houses. I'm slain. Is she gone? And have nothing?
What, art thou hurt?
Want to scratch? Go. Go. You villain. And that's a search.
Courage, man. The hurt cannot be much.
It's not as deep as a well, or as wide as a church door, but 'tis enough. Twill serve. You have to be tomorrow. You'll find me a grave man. Why the devil come between us? I'm sitting under the arm.
I thought hope for the best.
Help me, or I shall faint. They've made worms me. Look at me.
This gentleman, my very friend, hath goddess mortal hurt in my behalf. Tybalt that an hour hath been my kinsman. If not begins the woe others must end.
Oh, yeah, I mean, Mercutio slain? I just...
Mercutio's soul is but a little way above our heads, staying for thine to keep him company. Either thou or I or both must go with him. Fire-eyed fury, be my conduct now.
Oh, you wretched boy! Oh, now this consort with him here, and shall with him hence.
This shall determine that. I am fortune's fool.
What?
Tybalt, my cousin, oh, my brother's child, oh, the blood is spilled! Oh, my dear kinsman, if thou art true, for blood of our shed blood of Montague!
I have an interest in your hate's proceedings. It is my blood from your rude brawls that doth lie a-bleeding.
Tybalt hit the life of Mercutio, and then Tybalt fled. But by and by comes back to Romeo again, who had but newly entertained revenge, and they go like lightning, and Tybalt was slain.
Romeo urged withdrawal, but it was Tybalt's untimely death to peace.
And as he died, did Romeo turn and fly. Thus Capulet canst now forgive. Romeo slew Tybalt. Romeo must not live.
Romeo slew him. Well, he slew Mercutio. What does his dear blood doth, though, huh? Huh? What am I supposed to do? Not fair. As the vile beginner of the fray, now Romeo, being held a foe, may not have access to breathe such vows as lovers used to swear, and has means much less to meet his newly beloved anywhere. Let Romeo hence he is. Else, when he is found, that is his hour last. For I will immerse such a strong find that you will all remorse the strong.
Not death, but banish it.
Banishment. Be merciful, say death, for exile hath more terror, much more than death.
Thou art wedded to calamity. Too familiar is my dear son, and with such sour company, affliction is enamored of thy parts.
Purgatory, torture, hell itself. Banished is banished from the world, and world's exile is death.
Oh, rude unthankfulness. Not body's death, but body's banishment. This is dear mercy, and thou seest it not.
And thou saidst yet that exile is not death. Oh, Friar, the damned use that word in hell.
Haven't been fond, madman. Hear me but speak a word.
Thou wilt again speak of banishment.
Oh, then I see that madmen have no ears.
Why should they when wise men have no eyes?
And let me dispute with thee. Juliet is alive, for whose dear sake thou wast but lately dead. There art thou happy. Tybalt would kill thee, but thou slewest Tybalt. There art thou happy too. The law that threatened death becomes thy friend and turns it to exile? There art thou happy. A pack of blessings lights upon thy back, but thou, like a misbehaved sullen wench, pounced upon thy fortune and thy love. Go, get thee to thy love. But thou be gone before the watch is set, or by the break of day disguised from hence, till we can find a time to blaze your marriage, reconcile your friends, beg pardon, and call you back with 200,000 times more joy.
Romeo is coming. Dear Juliet, I was married, Tybalt slain, and me now banished. Dost thou not think me an old murderer? What says my love to our now I've stained the childhood of our joy with blood removed but little from your own. What says my concealed lady to our cancelled love?
Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband? I poor my lord, what tongue shall smooth thy name when I, thy 1 hour wife, have mangled it? That villain cousin would have killed my husband. My husband lives, that Tybalt would have slain.
How well my comfort is revived by this.
Some word there was worse than Tybalt's death. Banished. The one was banished. But what presses to my memories like damned guilty deeds to sinners' minds, and neither will be ranked with others' griefs when followed not. Ugh.
Heaven has glimpsed where Juliet lives, who gives immortal blessings to her lips.
Oh, I have bought a mansion of love and not yet possessed it. Though I am sold, not yet enjoyed. Spread thy close curtain, love performing night, that runaway's eyes may wink, and Romeo leap into these arms, untalked of and unseen. For if love be blind, it best agrees with night. Come night, come Romeo, come. For thou wilt lie upon the wings of night, white the new snow on a raven's back. Ah, give me my Romeo, and when he shall die, take him and cut him out to little stars, and he will make the face of heaven so fine, and all the world will be in love with night, and pay no worship to the garish sun.
Sweet Julie, to thee I fly, as was decreed to ascend thy chamber hence and comfort thee.
Make you then a highway to my bed, lest I, a maid, die maiden dead. Romeo!
Things have fallen out so unluckily that we've had no time to move our daughter. Look you, she loved her kinsman Tybalt dearly, and so did I. We were born to die. 'Tis very late. She'll not be coming down tonight. I promise you, but for your company, I would have been in bed an hour ago.
I will know her mind early tomorrow. Tonight she is mute up to her sorrow.
I will make a desperate tender of my child's love. I think she will be ruled by, in all aspects, by me. Nay, I doubt it not. Wife, you go to her ere you go to bed, and bid her mark you on Wednesday next. But soft. What day is it today?
Saturday, my lord.
Saturday. Well, Wednesday is too soon. Thursday, then. On Thursday let it be. Tell her she shall be married to our noble friend Paris. Will she be ready? Do you like this haste? We'll keep no great ado, a friend or two, for hark you, Tybalt being slain so late, it may be thought that we held him carelessly, being our kinsman if we revel much. Therefore we'll have some half-dozen friends, and there an end. What say you to Thursday?
Paris is a gentleman of noble parentage, of fair means, still youthful and nobly trained, stocked, as they say, with noble parts, proportioned somewhat as one might wish in a man. My word, I wish that tomorrow were Thursday.
On Thursday be it then. Go you to Juliet ere you go to bed. Prepare her, wife, against this her wedding day. Oh, for me, it is so late that we may call it early by and by.
Will thou be gone, sir? It is not yet near day. It was the nightingale and not the lark that pierced the fearful hollow of thine ear. Believe me, love, it was the nightingale.
It was the lark, the herald of the morn. Look, love, what envious streaks do lace the severing clouds in yonder east. The day stands tiptoe on the misty mountain tops. I must be gone and live, or stay and die.
Your light is not daylight, I know it I. It's some meteor the sun exhales to be to thee this night a torch-bearer, and light thee on thy way. Therefore stay yet, thou needest not be gone.
Let me be taken. Let me be put to death. I am content, so thou wilt have it so. I'll say yon grey is not the morning's eye. I have more care to stay than will to go. Come death, and welcome. Juliet wills it so. How is it, my soul? Let's talk. It is not day.
It is. I hence be gone away. Oh, and more light and light it grows.
More light and light, more dark and dark our woes.
Then window, let day in, and let life out.
Farewell. Farewell. One kiss and I'll descend.
Art thou gone so, Lord, husband, friend? Or thinkest thou we shall ever meet again?
I doubt it not, for all these woes shall serve as sweet discourses in our time to come.
Oh God, I have an ill-divining soul. Methinks I see thee now. Thou art below as one dead in the bottom of a tomb.
Come, daughter, what?
Madame, I am not well.
But that a joy past joy goes out with me. Were a grief so brief to part with thee? Adieu, adieu.
What? How now, Juliet?
Madame, I am not well.
Ah, evermore weeping for your cousin's death. What, wilt thou wash him from his grave with tears? And if thou couldst not make him live. Therefore have done. Some grief shows much of love, but much of grief shows some want of wit.
Yet, let me weep for such a feeling loss.
Oh, so shall you feel the loss, but not the friend which you weep for.
Feeling so the loss cannot help but ever weep the friend.
Well, girl, thou weepest not so much for the friend as that the villain lives which slaughtered him.
What villain, madame?
That same villain, Romeo.
God pardon him, I do with all my heart, yet no man like him doth ever grieve my heart.
That is because the traitor, murderer, lives.
And not from the reach of these hands would none but I avenge my cousin's death.
We will have vengeance for it. Fear thou not.
Indeed, I shall never be satisfied with Romeo till I behold him, dead. Oh, how my heart abhors to hear him named, and cannot come to him to wreak the love I bore my cousin upon his body that slaughtered him.
Find thou the means to find now such an end. But now I tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
And joy comes in such a needy time. What are they, I beseech your ladyship?
Well, thou hast a careful child, father child, one who, to put thee from thy heaviness, have sorted out a sudden day of joy, one which thou look'st for not, and I looked not for.
Madame, in happy time, what day is it?
Marry, my child, early next Thursday morn, the gallant, young, and noble gentleman, the courtly Paris at St. Peter's Church, shall happily make thee there a joyful bride.
Now by St. Peter's Church and St. Peter's too, he will not make me there a joyful bride. I wonder at this haste that I must wed, ere he that should be husband comes to woo. I pray you, tell my lord and father, madame, I will not marry yet, and when I do, it shall be Romeo whom you know I hate, rather than marry Paris. These are news indeed.
Well, here comes your father, child. Tell him so yourself. See how he'll take it at your hands.
Unlock the door. When the sun sets, the air doth drizzle dew, but for the sunset of my brother's son Tybalt, it rains downright. How now, a conduit girl? What, still in tears, evermore showering? In one little body thou counterfeit'st a sea, for still thy eyes, which I may call the sea, do ebb and flow with tears. Thy tiny body is sailing in this salt flood, who raging with thy tears, and they with them, without a sudden calm, will overset thy tempest-tossed corpse. How now, wife? Have you delivered to her our decree?
Aye, sir, but she will have none. She gives you thanks. would the fool were married to her grave.
All right, take me with you. Take me with you, wife. How will she not? Does she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Does she not count her blessed? Unworthy as she is, and we have wrought so worthy a gentleman to be her bridegroom?
Not thanks you have, but thankful that you have. Proud can I never be of what I was, but thankful even for hate. What is meant love?
How now? How now? What logic is it, proud? Oh, and I thank you, and I thank you not, and yet not proud, mistress minion you. Thank me no thank yous, and proud me no prouds, but fettle your fine joints against Thursday next to go with Paris to St. Peter's Church, or I will drag thee on a hurdle thither. Out, you green sickness carrion! Out, you baggage! You tallow face!
Fine! What, are you mad?
Good Father, I beseech you on my knees. Hear me with patience, but to speak a word.
And the young baggage, you disobedient wretch! A peevish, self-willed harlotry is this. I tell thee what, get me to church on Thursday, or never after look me in my face. Speak not. Reply not. Do not answer me. My wife, my fingers itch. Oh, we scarce thought us blessed that God had lent us with this one child. But now I see that one is too much. Having her.
Oh, God, you couldn't.
Oh, peace, you mumbling fool! Utter your gravity in a gossip's bowl, for we have no need of it here. God's bread, it makes me mad. Day, night, hour, tide, time, work, play, alone in company. Oh, still my care hath been to have her matched, and then to have a wretched puling fool, oh, a whining mammet, and her fortunes tend to answer no. Oh, not wed. I cannot love. I am too young. I pray you pardon me. But as you are not wed, I'll pardon you. Graze where you will. You shall not house with me. Look to it and go! Think on it. I do not use to jest. Thursday is near. Lay hand on heart, advise. And you be mine, I'll give you to my friend. And you be not. Hang, beg, starve, die in the streets. For my soul, I will never acknowledge thee, nor what is mine shall ever do thee good. Trust to it. I bethink you, I will not be forsworn.
Is there no pity sitting in the clouds who sees it to the bottom of my griefs? Sweet mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage a month, a week, if you do not make the bridal bed in the dim monument where Tybalt lies.
Talk not to me, for I'll not speak a word. Do as thou wilt. I'm done with thee.
Oh God, my husband is on earth, my faith in heaven. How shall that faith return again to me on earth unless that husband sends it to me from the clouds? Comfort me, counsel me. Alack, that heaven should practice stratagems upon a subject so soft as myself. What sayest thou? Hast thou not a word of joy? Some comfort. Who would nurse?
Faith, here it is. Romeo is blocked, and all the world for it not that he dare ne'er come back to challenge you. Or if he do, it needs must be by stealth. Your first is dead, or 'twere as good as he were as living here, and you no use of him.
Amen.
What?
Thou hast comforted me marvelous much. Ancient damnation, or you wicked fiend. Is it more sin to wish me thus, or to dispraise my Lord with the same tongue that thou hast praised above compare so many thousand times?
No. My lady doth me much misunderstand. Friar Lawrence is far Romeo's friend, and thus to your sullen cares may he attend.
Okay. I'll to the friar to know his remedy. If all else fails, myself have power to die.
Damn. Girl.
Art thou, friar, or shall I come to you at evening?
My leisure serves me, pensive daughter now. My lord, we must entreat the time alone.
Thou sober-suited patron, learn me how to lose a winning match.
Ah, Juliet, I already know of thy grief. It strains me past the compass of my wits. I hear thou must, and nothing may prorogue it, on Thursday next, be married to that count.
What shall be, shall be.
That's a certain text.
Shut the door, and when there's done so, come weep with me, past hope, past cure, past help.
Ah, woeful sympathy, a piteous predicament.
Tell me not that thou, tell me not of this. Tell me not, friar, that thou hearest of this, unless thou tell me how I may prevent it. God joined my heart with Romeo's. How thou our hands, and this hand, to be thee to Romeo sealed, shall be labelled to another deed, or my true heart with treacherous revolt turn to another, this shall slay them both. Therefore, out of thy long experienced time, give me some present counsel, or behold, if in thy wisdom thou canst give no help, do thou but call my resolution wise. Oh, be long not to speak, I long to die, if what thou speakest of speaks not of remedy.
Hold, daughter. I do spy a kind of hope which craves as desperate an execution as that is desperate which we would prevent. If, rather than marry Paris, thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself, then it is likely thou wilt undergo a thing like death to chide away this shame, and, if thou darest, I'll give thee remedy.
Oh, bid me leap from the battlements of a tower, or to lurk where serpents are. Chain me to roaring bears. I'll do it without fear or doubt, rather than marry Paris.
Hold then. Be merry. Give consent to marry Paris. Within the infant rind of this small flower, poison hath residence, and medicine power. This refined affears each part, being tasted, slays all senses of the heart. Take thou this vial, being once in bed, and then drink this distilled liquor off. When presently through all thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humor, for no pulse, no warmth, no breath shall testify that thou livest. The roses in thy lips and cheeks shall fade, and to your demise your friend Nurse Nan shall attest. And in this borrowed likeness of shrunken death shalt thou continue 42 hours, and then awake as if from a pleasant sleep. Now, in the morning there art thou dead. In the meantime, against thou shalt wake, shall Romeo by my messages know of our drift, and hither shall he come, and he and I shall watch thy waking, and that very night shall Romeo carry thee hence away.
Oh, good friar, thanks be to thee. Well, come vile. Shall I be married so sudden? Nope. This shall deny it. There is no pity sitting in the clouds that sees into the bottom of my sorrow. And so, I go to join my dear, loved cousin Tybalt with this, my 6th revolt.
Lamentable day. Oh, waffle time!
Oh, that hath taken her heads to make me wail, ties up my tongue, and will not let me speak. She lies flower as she was, deflowered by death. Now my son-in-law, death is my heir. I will die and leave him all.
Cursed, unhappy, wretched, hateful day! Most miserable hour that ever time of the soul. But what? My poor loving child. My one thing to rejoice and solace in. The cruel death hath fetched her from my side. Oh, my child, my only love. Revive, look up, or I will die with thee. Oh, woeful day that ever I do you behold.
Death lies on her like an untimely frost upon the sweetest flower of all the field. Despised, distressed, hated, martyred, killed. Oh, my soul, alack, my child is dead, and with her my joys are buried.
That's the end of us all.
And who does her dear blood doth owe?
Peace! Hold, for shame! Confusion's cure lives not in these confusions. Heaven and yourself had part in this, but heaven keeps his part in eternal life. In this love, you love your child so ill that you weep, seeing she is dead. Dry your tears, for though fond nature bids us lament, yet nature's tears are reason's merriment.
All things that we ordained festival turn to black funeral. Our wedding hymns to sullen dirges thwarts. Our bridal flowers serve for a buried corpse.
The heavens do look to you for some ill. Move them not by crossing their high wills. I rouse thee, man. Ring yet in thine ears. Oh.
My love? My wife? Death? The ambulance. I can talk to the ambulance. No, can't call the ambulance. Group chat. Nobody. Death, that had sucked the honey from thy breath, has had no power yet upon thy beauty. Oh, thou art not conquered. Death's pale flag is not advanced there. Oh, God. Juliet, why art thou yet so fair? Well, Juliet, I will lie with thee tonight, and never from this dim repose depart again. I'll shake the yoke of inauspicious stars from this world-wearied flesh. Eyes, look your last. Arms, take their last embrace. And lips, with a righteous kiss, seal a dateless bargain to engrossing death. Here's to my love. My drugs are quick. Thus, with a kiss, I die.
Romeo? What's here? Poison? Oh, chill. Drunk a hole and left no friendly drop to help me after? I will kiss thy lips. Haply some poison doth hang on them. Thy lips are warm. Noise. Then I be brief. Oh, happy dagger. This shall be thy sheath.
A glooming peace with it this morning brings. The sun for sorrow will not show its head. Montague, Capulet, all are punished. The people in the streets cry, Romeo, some Juliet. See what a scourge is laid upon your hates, that heaven finds means to kill love with your joys. And I, too, for winking at your discords, have also lost a brace of kinsmen. For never was there a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.